Oh yeah. Are we in the building? Woo! Oh my God. They love us so much.
What up?
Here it is. Once again, Twin Connection. With your host, Black Side, and your hostess.
Denver bossing up.
Hey, yeah. We about to go in. We about to go in.
Happy Friday.
Hey, turn up.
The locust back. I never left back.
Uh-oh. I never left.
Pop out. 2 sticks, nigga, click, clack. Chill dropping like jacks. Niggas flipping acrobat. You want it? Got a beam more scope on it. I'm out to hang a nigga. What? Put a rope on it.
Rope
no
on
go.
it.
Nikes and Dickies.
Yeah, it's a
Got my
Dickies.
bitch with me. She got 17
She got
hickeys.
17
Go girl.
hickeys.
Run
Go,
up.
girl.
Watch me flash like Gordon.
That's like
Who
Gordon.
rag with this glove hat. Nigga, we sporting. A rip ain't gotta pass me shit. Already got them sticks. Nigga, the loc stay lit. Cause I learned the game. Dubbed it and flipped it. Already watered down. Now the locs done dripped it. Still for me, niggas. Why? Cause I'm focused, nigga. Off to his hit this water. Feeling lokish, nigga. Focus, nigga. Mix it with the weed. Now I'm feeling lovely.
Okay, Reggie.
What oh, yes indeed.
Alright.
And my Chevy's
Hey.
heavy. So I keep a machete. Got some hoes
look.
singing. What like Luton
Any
Teddy.
artist.
Make a nigga bebop. Have him rock steady. Have your ass
Y'all ain't get
famous.
marketed.
Pay some to tally.
Y'all ain't hit
On
us
the
up,
rally. You fucking with
Hit
the
us up.
psycho.
Psycho.
Pull up, listen
Turn
to
up.
X-rated, so I might
So
go.
I might
All
go.
in.
Hey,
2
hey.
fingers in the thumb, 4
Then a
times
thumb.
10. From the street to the pen, yeah. Situation critical, but my pivot strong. Oh,
strong.
Rob Sanders stove and the local long. Keep them extras, good nigga, I be extra out. Have your ass tryna find nigga exit out. Stay in the zone, like 36 in the yickin'. Hit him with FOMO before his legs stop kicking. It's a sickness that got a nigga in this shit in the first place. Like I caught another case,
Take
yeah.
another. Yay.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah, man. We had to get it in, y'all. We had to get it in. We got a
Yes.
topic. Who's that is? Okay, this is my homeboy. What it do, Fiore?
Hey.
What it do? So we coming in, right? We gonna our first topic today. We got some main topics today. Something quick for this Friday evening. Thanks for y'all
Yes.
joining in.
Thanks for joining. Happy Friday, everybody. Hey.
Hey.
Hope everybody's off work or making it home safe. I got my little apple juice going on.
I'm drinking a little old aloe water. So look, I hope y'all make good of y'all weekend. Don't let it slide by y'all to where
Yes.
you'll be miserable the day before. You know how it is. You know how it is that day before work. You be like, God damn.
Weekend gone.
Over. You know what I mean? Weekend.
Monday come beat you upside the head.
Over. Man, what you said. What you said. We
Yes.
got some good topics, man. I hope y'all like it. Y'all join on in. And if you got any comments, well, we definitely can see them and we can answer y'all upon you putting a comment in. First, we want to talk about the writer. She's the writer. Her name is Alice
Yes.
Sebold.
The author, Miss Alice Sebold.
Yeah, she is an author. Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Alice Sebold. So Alice Sebold, she's an author, and in 1980 to 81,
81.
it was 81. She was raped, and she wrongfully accused a guy. And then when she did the stand up, you know, as far as they can visualize who the accuser was,
Mm-hmm.
she picked another person. So upon picking the other person, the police, they chose to pick the person that they wanted. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
His name is Anthony Anthony Broadwater, I'm sorry. This man was in the service. He was, you know, serving the country and everything. So this man did 16 years in prison.
Yeah.
16 years in prison. And 16 years has passed. It took a guy that was one of Miss Sebold's, you know, employees as far as writing the book, her
Mm-hmm.
staff. he got into a quarrel with her. I guess they had
Hmm.
a misunderstanding to where he got fired. His name is Anthony Mucciante. So he decides upon himself to hire a private investigator and to look into Anthony Broadwater's case. And
Mm.
come to find out, he was wrongfully convicted. He did 16 years in 1981 to now. And yeah, man, he been exonerated right away. So I don't know what the lawsuit now for that
So
is.
right now, yeah, I was checking on it. He filed a $50 million lawsuit on that.
50
So
M's.
yes, yes.
Sheesh.
But I don't know if you could put a dollar sign behind when your freedom is taken away. I really just don't know if you could really do that.
Right.
But just to give you guys just a little bit of information on who she is, just kind of a review. She is an author, and so some of her books she did was she actually wrote The Lovely Bones. I don't know if you guys remember that, about a young girl being kidnapped. So she was a writer in that. Um, she is listed as the New York Times best-selling author. She did make it to their list. So, like, this is like pretty well-known author, and I don't know if 50 million is
Yeah.
enough.
It really, to me, I mean, shit. 50 million is it's something to think, you know what I mean? That make you sit down and be like, oh, okay, but you can't get back that time.
No.
Especially when he had things going for himself. He was in the service. He was young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Did he have a
so
family? I wasn't for sure if he had a family or not.
yeah, so he did have a family. I don't know per se like if he was married or anything like that. I do know like his parents, his siblings and stuff like that had came to, what I mean, his court case when he got exonerated. But 16 whole years, you hear me? And for the thing like this, being labeled as a rapist in prison can
Hmm.
put a turn on someone. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like here's a story. You know what I'm saying? So I know a
Oh.
guy, I know a
Hmm.
guy that got wrongfully accused for something in prison, and he
Hmm.
did 2 years, but in prison he got raped.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So it,
Hmm.
it's bad. It's bad. And
Now this happened to her in school,
right,
in college.
right. So
And another thing was, they talked about the faulty hair follicle. So was
exactly.
he? Yeah. So he was.
So that they knew it was wrong. They knew it was wrong, but they just felt like it was a better conviction with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a tough one because he's already lost. What was it? 21 years. That's a long time.
That's bad.
He was a young man, and then you come out of prison, and from a young man, you're now a grown adult.
I'd do anything to go back 16 years,
Man,
and I'm free, and I'm free. So for a person that had 16 years taken from him, that's mean, you know.
yeah.
So what is your comments? Whoever that's in, your viewers, you can give
Hey
me comments.
guys, thanks for joining us. Definitely make sure to hop in the comments. Right now, we are talking about the author Alice Sebold,
Sebold. Right.
which she is the writer of the movie Lovely Bones. If you guys remember that movie.
Do y'all know that?
So was okay. So what they said, a faulty hair follicle, right?
Right.
So was that like a setup? Did you?
Exactly. That's a way to polish it. You know what I mean? You get no faulty hair follicles, but it's what I mean. It's just, they know how to dress things up. You know what I mean?
And did she
If
write about this as well? I thought she
I
kind of
don't
felt
know,
felt like
she
she
felt
wrote
bad,
about it.
so she said only thing she could do is just apologize. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time, if you knew back then that you picked the wrong person, you allowed them to convict another man that was wrong. You know what I mean? And you went along with it. To me, I still feel like You faulty yourself. You live in error. You know what I'm saying? But that's the world we live in.
Oh,
Yeah.
she did. She actually did write about it in her memoir. It was called Lucky. So
And
she
how
did
long
write
ago was
about it.
that?
It sold over 1 million copies, so she might have that 50 mil.
But how long ago was that when she wrote that?
um, that was in 2010. Yeah,
Trying to capitalize off an era.
yeah.
Yeah, you
That was
petty.
back
You
in
real
two,
petty.
that was back in 2010. So while he was still in prison, she wrote about him. So that book is like slander. Let's talk about it. That book is almost like slander, right? Oh, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, I can hear you now. Hey.
Hey. So,
Hey.
somebody was calling in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so yeah, so let's talk about it. I heard you, everything you said. Let's talk about it. She like
Okay,
basically
cool.
capitalized off, being wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think sometimes, you should get slapped on the wrist like that. 50 mil, that's big. So,
I, I absolutely agree. Definitely.
and that still ain't enough.
Eh, eh, right. Still, it's definitely still not enough.
Should be banned.
Hmm.
You know how they do certain people? Ban them or take licenses and stuff like that.
So, where she couldn't write books anymore?
I would do that. You couldn't write nothing.
That's
I
kind of
wouldn't let
like
you do nothing.
the blackball. You'd be
Yeah.
blackballed for,
Yeah. That's the best
yeah,
word. That's the best
yeah.
word. Blackballed. You know what I mean? I like that. You
Hmm.
know, because they don't have no problem with doing it to other people.
Yes.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
yeah, get them
Af-
back, man. Get them back.
right.
Get them back.
So
You know,
I hope this gentleman got his life, getting his pieces to life together. I know that the judge, because he filed that, and I think they were like delaying it or something. They're gonna push that out as long as they can before they really probably come off of any money for him.
right.
But
It's gonna take a long process for that. Shit could take up to a couple years, maybe 2, 3 years, before they get anything.
hmm
That's a lot of paperwork, legal work, signing here, and then disclosures to where that you can't talk about the case and a whole bunch of stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of people being silenced. You know what I mean? With this money he
best-selling
got.
author.
Yeah, she came up. What you think about what's the movie that came out just now? The Emmett Till thing.
What they lock her ass up. Lock her motherfucking ass up. I don't care how old she is. Lock her up. Because if it was us, they would lock us up. We would go ahead and rest our head right on down in the prison.
Right.
Lock her up. Why not? Fair is fair. Right is right. Lock that
Exactly.
ass up. That's the apple juice talking, by the
Yeah.
way.
So look. Yeah, he definitely need a. Yeah, she did that. She terrible. She terrible, man. And then she knows she was wrong, and she admitted, and they ain't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? Then so it
Yeah.
makes me mad that, like I said, they would put like think movies like that on, out for us to see, and that'll be the movie that tear the box office up. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They will spend. You know who spend the most money doing that? Maybe the
Right.
most. They would say, man, them people of color, man, the most forgivingest people ever.
Oh, we are.
I don't know how they consider, them, animals or anything like that, but that just is what it is, I guess. But I don't know. I never. People say that the movie good, whatever. I just don't have that interest into looking at it at the movie.
Well, from that, back in March, which they should have did a long time ago, but back in March, um, this year, March 2022,
Right.
Joe Biden made American law for lynching to be a hate crime. March of 2022, lynching is now a hate crime. I'm confused here.
That's murder, motherfucker. That's murder. It's a hate crime. It's murder.
Capital.
That's first degree capital. Yeah, it's murder. Why would you tell my son hate crime?
Yeah.
What's up, Darren? I see you, Big Darren. That's my dog. Yeah, Oh man, y'all got to shout out to my man Darren, man. He a very conscious
Hey,
guy. Very conscious guy.
shuts
Very
out.
conscious. You know. I was
Yeah.
talking to my guy, man. He's one of the reasons why we're gonna bring up a topic today in our topics. But yeah, man, I think that's just why 2022 he was somehow that's a hate crime. Like, okay, slap him on the wrist, you just get a little bit of time for just hanging somebody. That's not cool. That's well beyond a hate crime. But anyway, we're gonna move on. So I'm sure that we all seen, what's ticking up the headlines with the artist Takeoff.
Oh, take off.
Yeah, sad thing, man. A lot of loss. I mean, it's a big loss for multiple people, man. People thought the guy
Mhm.
was a very humble guy. You know what I mean? He was in his own lane. He wasn't out there like that, you know, than opposed to any other rapper making noise. But I don't know per se. I like to be what I know and not what I'm told. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
only thing that I do know of is that he was in a whole other city to where that supposedly he is checked in. And if a person is checked in,
Hmm.
the whole idea is that you are safe under your care. You know what I'm saying? You got security. No, nothing will happen to you no matter what. So if it's a dispute, you're supposed to dead that right away. Like, these are my
Hmm.
folks right now. They are not to be touched or whatever
Hmm.
like that. And so when things like this situation that happen, that like basically make you feel like, bro, like what's going on? And then this is a major city that people look up to, like Houston. Like,
Houston. Yeah.
when you go into Houston, you only think of one name. You know what I'm saying? And for that to happen under your watch, you know what I mean? Like, wow, bro, like,
I just, but here's the thing, because I kind of looked into it a little bit and heard the little what was related to it. And what I think though is once you get a level of in social society that there are some things that you refrain because wasn't it he was at a dice game.
Jay Rich, hey Jay Rich, he said yeah, he was in
um
a dice game.
so I mean, like the amount of people, and then I think he got into it with some people. It was just the whole environment thing, and at some point you're in a different level, so I think that you have to be careful where you go.
And yeah, that's the truth. That's nothing but facts right there. I mean, you gotta understand this. A lot of these guys are, however they got it. They all made it in the same way. You know what I mean? They got the millions. You in a whole nother, you know what I mean? a tax bracket. You shouldn't be doing, you know what I mean, lower bracket things like, hood things. Shouldn't be shooting dice. I don't think like what you get out of shooting dice. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be in the casinos. You do it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the
Take
whole
their
thing.
money. Take their money. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to take, you know what I mean? I don't know. And
Yeah,
then,
the whole.
just to be in certain environments, I don't I don't agree with that either.
Yeah, I think this his whole thing was the environment thing, and it was unfortunate that things happened the way they did.
Right.
Like I seen someone they were like he was all over my Facebook page and social media. Definitely deepest condolence to his family and his children and things of that sort.
Yeah,
But they
straight
were
up.
like people having definitely I don't want to say I don't know. I think at some point we got to respect the dead, but there's people that had like different views about it. Like they were like Takeoff is passed away. That's all I see on my timeline. And then they put here's a picture of me and put Charleston White there, as if he put himself in a situation to where he caused the heat to himself.
Nah, I mean, as I look at both sides at fault. For one, what I mean, if I'm your company, you know what I'm saying, respect. You should like he checked in. If that's the rule, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying, but that's the rule. If you check in somebody's city, they say, look, hey, Denver, I'm coming into your hometown. Like, is it all right? You gave me the okay, so that way when I get the okay, I'm under your care.
Right.
So anybody to do anything, what I mean, they gotta talk with you, what I mean, consult with you.
Right.
And another thing, you right, they shouldn't have been there. Like, you already know what it is, bro. Like doing certain things, you just know. I could see if it was a function or
No.
something like
Right.
that.
Fundraiser,
Shooting dice,
something. Yeah. It
that's
just,
that's little
yeah.
that's little kid shit. Like that's real broke boy shit. Like why are you shooting
There you go.
dice? That's broke boy shit.
And
I don't understand a lot of stuff that they do, and then the altercations that they be having. Like it's always us, you know what I'm saying, fussing and fighting and stuff. You got millions, man. Like let me get some millions. I'm not trying to fight with nobody.
no, I'm
I'm not
I'm
trying to
doing
fight with
peace.
nobody.
I'm gonna throw peace everywhere. Another thing that just speaking on all these different rappers in a situation to where they are being murdered, killed. A lot of look at a lot of people being added. These new rappers added to the death toll.
Yeah,
They at some point, and they're already trying to work things up, but at some point they're going to control rap. They're going to have it some way where these guys are going to get fined for using set or can't even get their music played if there's any display of violence or things of that
right,
sort, which forces I don't know. They could do that, and then they can get some rappers that you could be a risky label and get some rappers that it's going to be a risk and put say you put insurance on them. This guy is going to be risky. We're going to go ahead and put him on the front line. We're going to put insurance. We need life policy. We're going to insure this talented young man, and then he goes out and gets himself in trouble. They've made money,
so I'm gonna be real with you now. Like all artists that get signed, they got insurance policies on them.
right?
Every artist, and so a lot of places, establishments don't like to hire, rappers if they got a lot of, stuff going on in the street due to the fact of being shut down. You know, you don't want to get
Yeah.
shut down. And one second.
check out the. Yes.
I'm back. I am back. Oh Lord. Now Denver is gone. Wait a few seconds and see if Denver come back.
Hey, twin. I was reading the
Hey.
comments and I was like, oh no. But I did see the comments there. Definitely want to acknowledge the comments.
Yeah, that is definitely true. Time is priceless.
Yeah.
You right. Um, I'm back. I'm back. I'm definitely back. But at the same time, like it's an insurance policy on all rappers, right?
Mhm.
And establishments won't hire these guys because they feel that their establishment will get shut down because you don't want no faulty, situations that happen. Murder is the big thing with these rappers. I don't know why. I like it's a game. It's a sport.
Yeah.
Now, if you own an establishment, the first thing that happen is they try to see where the situation occurred from. If liquor's in a play, that's what they target. So they say liquor's in a play. They came from this building. They look at the cameras and see that these people was drinking liquor, alcohol, whatever. They shut it down. So have you ever seen some establishments that was one name of the club was one name and then it turned around to be something else?
Yeah.
They changed the name, so they can't come
Actually,
back under that LLC.
that's actually what's going on right here in Kansas where I'm at.
Right,
A lady, she owns a club and she was actually, I mean, a shooting every other week going on there. So
right,
she ended up getting going on there live, but she she didn't know what else to do besides try to figure out how she gonna close her doors, but yet keep it open.
right.
Because
Yeah,
you
so I
can't
mean,
control how these people are gonna act and behave.
you definitely can't, but at the same time, people gotta start protecting their brand, their establishment. So if you know that you're gonna have a certain function there and it brings a type of crowd, you need heavy security there. If you have heavy security in an establishment and you throw a function, if you hire that and once the security waive everybody, every individual off that property, it's no longer your problem, and that's what people fail to realize.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't have
Yeah.
no security. Then they might be hiring their own homeboys, you know what I mean, to be security. They be getting in all kinds of weapons and stuff like that. But again, it's a game and it's a sport. It's envy, a lot of hate, a lot of jealousy. One person don't like what the other person do. People that don't have new material is, mad at the young generation that got things going on. And you see the difference of money. So, elder rappers, when they used to rap, they used to see like 100,000. That was big money, or 300,000. That was big money for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These young rappers are seeing millions.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing. It's a miscommunication somewhere. The younger don't respect it, and why would they respect it in a sense because it ain't nobody there to guide them. They had to learn their own way. You wasn't in their
True.
lives. Generations wasn't in their lives. So their whole rap, what they rap about, I don't agree with it in some cases. Some of the things that they do, but I can feel what they come from because they see it. They
Yeah.
rapping what they see. You know what I'm saying?
I was
Now
just
with
tripping off of I think I was listening to, well, I want to say Mozzie. And was it Mozzie? It was somebody I was listening to the other day, but they had in their whole rap about jacking somebody. I think it was
yeah,
like jacking rappers. Is that Mozzie? Jacking rappers? I think that was like the song. Jacking rappers or something.
yeah. I mean they be having some and they be putting the beat to it right. So you be like, but you go to it. But this is what they see. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, they see these youngins see more violence than anything. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's what they gravitate to. So like they'll listen to something like what we got at far as our age group, they'd be like, nobody listen to that old ass shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
That
old.
ain't nobody listening to that. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they ain't messing with it. You feel me?
They
But
don't
I
want to
think
be, though, this is the thing about the younger people, my opinion. They don't want to be associated with anything of morale. If it got,
New World
if it
Order.
got
Okay, yeah.
right, oh
Yeah, they said
man,
New World Order.
man.
Yeah,
But if
it
it got
definitely is.
if it got structure around it, they don't want to be involved with it.
All right, so but like you gotta understand that. I'm not saying for you to understand. I'm looking at their point of view. Their music is based upon like drugs. They on drugs. You know what I mean? A lot of people are taking lean and popping perks. And, you know what I mean? Hydros, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? So they in a zone already. So you can say anything. You can harmonize. You know, give me that perk. Give me that perk. And then if the beat right, it's gonna go to the top.
Right.
You be like, what the hell kind of song is that?
And it's gone.
It's gone. This, for instance, like Future, he don't take no drugs, but he say Molly Percocet. You know what I mean? That joke took off,
All right.
and it cranked. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can say anything, and if I was to like want to party, you show your age group, you want to party, you can't go wrong putting Future on the track. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I agree. But
You
you're
can't go
right.
wrong.
Like it's they glorify though the drugs and the you know and I've never in my life, like when I was coming up, to do drugs was like you didn't do it.
Yeah,
And if
it's
you
bad.
did do it, you did it in secret. Like you weren't
Right,
telling nobody that you was doing drugs. Like
right.
even
You hid your faults. You know.
right, even at one point when I was growing up, weed was bad. They'd be like, "Oh, you smoking weed? You smoking dope?" They used to call weed dope.
Dope.
So, but these kids have this newer generation. They're prideful.
They go hard.
So, yeah, they're
They
prideful.
they're open though. They open like I noticed something like you know how people have career day or a day of where you can dress as a celebrity or do things like they more into it. Like they're very open with it. Like then for us, we was like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. You know, they gonna laugh at me. We was conscious about what someone say. So I
Right.
do like that about them that they're more open
Uh-huh.
and they have access to making a lot of things happen by being creative. They are very creative. This generation is very creative. You know what I'm saying? Um, Nobody's still arrested. Oh yeah, the takeoff situation, yes. Um,
Yeah.
40 people, yeah. I think, yeah, yeah. See, at a party, right, right. So like, the thing is though, like I said, they have a lot of access to, you know, making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so creative. Like we didn't have a YouTube. You know what I mean? When people were really
Mm-mm.
coming up. Like when I first started
Mm-mm.
the album, I had a real life go out of the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Of a car. And so, uh-oh, callers calling in. Not yet,
Uh-uh.
callers. Not yet, callers. Not yet, callers. So like callers calling in. So they just know how to get it, but they just don't know what to do with it. So the fame is into harming one another. You understand what I'm saying? And then
Right.
don't get me wrong, you got people that's old as I. You know what I'm saying? That's on the same shit. I think if you rob and steal, it's a sign of failure. You are nothing. Like, and that's just coming from me. You know what I mean? What you do is what you do. I could care less. But if you gotta take from another person,
Man.
or you gotta harm or kill another person for
Man.
something that they work hard for, it's a sign of failure, and you will be nothing. And karma doesn't have no specifics in how it come and get you back.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
No.
It
You'll
might be
watch.
good. It might be good for the moment. But man,
Yeah. Karma, she always shows up.
yeah, so I'm like, I don't understand, like, it don't make sense. And people be like, man, I work, you can't wear certain clothes, you can't wear certain jewelry, you can't drive certain cars. I gotta check in with you live in your state, hey, is it okay if I could come to your state? What the fuck happened? Who, what's going on here? You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? This is real crazy. Like, what's going on here, man? I
But
don't know.
that's what they doing. Like even when people like are going to like when these rappers from Like when they going to California, they
One
going
of the
down
worst.
there.
One of the worst.
They going
Them,
down there. They posting their location. They people posting their location. And then boom, you
California,
getting jacked.
Houston, California, man. They like bad things happen. Like for what? Like why? I don't know. Chicago,
Uh,
why?
yeah.
You want a name for yourself like that, but then when that heavy indictment come up, man, everybody doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? They can't hold it. You know what I mean? They ain't tough no more.
Mm-mm.
Cause you worrying about, you know what I mean? You done did something to family members in that place, or you worrying about what your girl gonna do while you in there.
Straight up. I just hope that they do find, somebody, and that these young rappers and artists understand the importance of their safety. Like once you get a certain social status, you can't
Mm.
be on your knees shooting craps in Houston, Dallas, Texas, California, Chicago, New York. You might not want to be on your knees shooting dice.
Right, crazy, millionaire, and you shooting dice with a bunch of hoodlums. A lot of
That
them,
that's like that's a lick. Wait a minute. Let me just. I mean, I'm not a thug. I'm not a criminal. But if I was a thug and a criminal, and you came around me, you artists with all this chains and money, and and I'm a thug. That's to me, you're an easy lick. You're a target. Come on in. You in my neighborhood. Come on. you know, I just don't. I just think at some point you gotta know your social status and kind of row where it's safe.
right. It's sad. It's very sad. But at the same time, you like a fool to be going in places like that and knowing that you have a status
Yeah,
that's like taunting.
man. I think your phone gon' blow us up today.
Man, people are just hitting this. They hitting me with comments in Messenger, and it's not on the YouTube. I'm trying to like go to the YouTube, like you know what I mean?
That's what's up. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
y'all definitely hit the comments, y'all. We want to know your opinions on this topic. What do y'all feel about this offset situation, or if you even heard about the book author in that situation? Hit them comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know your opinions.
yeah. And lastly, we're gonna go to our last topic, and it's called accountability.
Oh,
I know everybody feel this one.
this is a perfect topic to close out with because I feel like this is one of them ones. Everybody avoids this topic though. Some people avoid because who wants to take accountability of?
Yeah, man, listen, it's a lot of people. I learned with it be people that always wanna overtake situations and always wanna make themselves seem right, and then when they're wrong, they blame you, or in some way that you're the problem. That's like
Oh, I hate
narcissistic
people like,
ways. It's like
yeah, I
so
hate a narc.
narcissistic.
Yeah, well, I don't
Yeah,
hate. Hate's a strong word, but I
they
just,
can't handle it. They can't handle losing.
yeah, I just dislike the narcissist behavior.
Yeah. So when it gets like that, when I know a person like that, I just shut down. I just be like, you're right. I gotta do it like that because it ain't gonna get nowhere. There's
Yeah,
no
you
winning
have,
the battle.
yeah,
Usually I would just go back and forth with it, like, yo, like, so I'm gonna get my point across, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't. Mm-mm. I don't have the energy to do that.
right.
But you wanna be aware of people like that. You know what I'm saying? The people that don't hold accountability because they will do you more harm than opposed to somebody that you think is a bad person, just in general.
Yeah,
Person that don't hold accountability, 9 times out of 10, you done confided in this person, or they absorb so much information about you when they're supposed to be your friend. They just absorb so much information to where that they will empty their belly to another person about everything about you. And when you know, when you feel like you have a misunderstanding with that person, then you know it's war. Like you call them out on something, like you gotta hold on tight and brace yourself for what's gonna come next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of them just saying, you know what, I'm wrong. Well, just say I'm wrong. You know, take it on the chin. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no prophet. You know what I'm saying? Just say that I'm wrong. But it's real tough. It's real tough. And it's scary. For a person that's always right, that's a dangerous thing.
Oh, I can't stand those type of people that are just always right or always know. Like you're never too old to learn something. Like chill.
Exactly. Exactly, man. So, what y'all think, man? Do y'all have, or y'all go through this same situation with people not holding up to what they done wrong, and being accountable for what they do? What y'all think? Tell me in the comments. Not my phone. Not my phone. Blow my phone up. It's yeah, yeah, black side. Yeah, you right, fam. Yeah, so like I mean, yeah, it's just I don't know. I can't deal with no people like that. I mean, like I said, I know a lot of people that's like that, and learn how to adapt and know how to like
Avoid.
avoid and also shut down when need be.
That's me.
Yeah, I got to.
And it's the thing that it's a lot of people out here that don't want to take accountability for anything, especially if it's like they feel like they are in the wrong. Nobody wants to admit that they make mistakes. I don't know what's wrong with this.
Mm, what you
This
said. Mm,
right. I don't know what's wrong with this world where people are scared to say, you know what? Hey, you're right. I messed up. I'm sorry. Take accountability for their actions, or even just being like, don't sit around. I used to have this saying, don't be, this is my saying, I still say it. Don't be in my life to just be there.
right.
Be there to be effective. Just don't
Exactly.
be there.
People like they're your friend like this. Oh, what you say? Oh, uh-huh. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, the next argument you have is something, something small. Like maybe you can't pick them up to take them somewhere. Oh shit, man! The list of things that they had bad to say about you. I'm talking about you be like, God damn, what happened?
What did I do? Oh, I
Yeah,
just
like
couldn't do what you wanted me to do.
supposed to be my motherfucking friend. What
Right.
happened here? For all that, so but
The
that's just what it is.
pressure. The pressure
Yeah.
is real, though. It's definitely real.
Oh, D said, don't forget the adults. Forget the adults and the babies. Oh,
Forget the
D showing
babies.
big love. He in
Right.
here. He in
Yeah.
here, man. Yes, he
Thank,
is.
thank you, Dee. Yeah. I'd say, yeah, that, yeah, the adults, forget about the adults. Let's focus on these babies. Is that pretty much what you're saying, Dee? I agree. Because
Yeah,
that's who needs us.
exactly.
Get these
Like,
babies.
it's a whole generation that's lost. Like, we almost keep the whole generation in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Well, there's no
that's like,
account there's no accountability anymore with generation. I
right.
think each senior generation has an accountability to stand up and do something for their particular generation. If you're a
Right.
leader, you're supposed to stand and lead. But I think
Exactly.
we get into a point where we get relaxed and we don't want to take that accountability. Oh no, I don't want to. Oh,
Nah.
I don't want
Yeah.
to. But our elders, they did it.
They sure
You think
did.
about
They
it
sure
back in the
said.
day, you got your grandma, you can go to your auntie's house, your grandma, your cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, people don't see their cousins. They don't go to their grandma. Grandma at the club. Grandma don't babysit kids. I know I
Grandma
don't.
with the kids. Grandma with the kids.
Look, grandma don't babysit kids.
Be like,
No.
is that your sister? What? That's my grandma. What?
Right.
Oh, grandma. Damn, grandma. Damn, grandma.
Starts at home. You're absolutely right, D. It do start at home.
Yeah. So, man, y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think, man. We gonna get ready to close on out. And,
Yes.
don't forget tomorrow, man. Real Talk Saturdays, man. Same
Real
time.
Talk Saturday.
Same time. Same time. So, y'all hit us up, man. Twin Connection. Your host, Black Side, and your hostess.
Denver bossing up.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So, man, we definitely gonna get up with y'all, man. Y'all give us a comment, shout out. Also, man, we take donations, man. If you want to go through something useful and productive. And we also going to have a giveaway, so I'm going to tell you all about that tomorrow. Y'all will want to get in, participate with this giveaway tomorrow.
Yes.
And we definitely going to let y'all in on it. They love us. They love us. We getting out of here, y'all. We definitely getting out of here.
Y'all have a beautiful evening.
He said, what's
The locust back.
The locust back. I never left.
Hop out. 2 sticks, nigga, click, clack. Chill
Clack.
dropping like jacks. Niggas flipping acrobat. You want it? Gotta be more scope on it. I'm out to hang a nigga. What? Put a rope on it.
Rope
No
on
dog.
it.
Nike's a dick.
Nike's a dick.
Got my bitch with
Got
me.
my
She got
bitch with me.
17
She got
hickeys.
17
Go girl.
hickeys. Go
Run
girl.
up. Watch me flash like Gordon.
Flash like
Who
Gordon.
with his glove hat. Nigga, we sportin'. A rip ain't gotta pass me.